everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do my weekly wrap-up. I'm going to try and do it real quick as both the kids are sleeping. But today is my daughter's 16th birthday, so she will be getting her driver's license. Fun. So, first book I finished was Disappearance at Devil's Rock by Paul Tremblay. And I think I gave it a 3 or 4. I liked it, but it was just, I was expecting more from it. It's about a boy who has two friends, and he's supposed to be staying at one of the boys' houses, and they end up going out to this big rock in the state park, and then he disappears. And it seems like the boys know more than what they're telling, and gradually it comes out. And there was a little bit of a paranormal aspect to it, but it was never really explained. It was okay. It wasn't what I was expecting, though. And then I forgot to grab a book, but reading to my son, I finished The Carnivorous Carnival by Lemony Snicket, and it's book 9. And they're getting repetitive. There are some fun spots, but this one wasn't as good as the one that we're reading now, which is book 10. But yeah, I think everybody knows what these are about. I think my son gave it a 5, but I would have given it like a 3. And then I finished The Air by Kira Cass, and what a self-absorbed, narcissistic, hypocritical, whiny brat. Just when I think she's starting to learn her lesson and become more open, nope, she does something again. You know, I think everybody else knows the story about this as well. It's America's daughter. She was born first. She's a set of twins. She's a set from a twin, or one of a set. Never mind. And she was born 7 minutes before her brother. Man, it's Monday. So yeah, she likes the perks of being the one that's going to be the queen, but she complains that she has all this work to do because she wants just all the attention and the fluff, and So yeah, somebody messaged me, and I forget who it was, that The Crown explains it all, and it gets better, and I'm hoping so, because the writing is good, for me anyways. I enjoyed it. I flew through it, but her as a character drove me nuts, because she was just unbelievably narcissistic and hypocritical. Like, it was just, wow. So I think I gave it a 4. The other book I finished was Act 1, Scene 1, Murder by A.H. Richardson, and it is book 2. I don't even know if there's a series name to it. But I was given this from the publishers and for an honest review. And I would have given it a higher amount, except for the bad editing and a couple other things. It follows 3 friends. One is a police inspector, one is an actor, and one's just a friend. And it starts off, they're in a play, and the playwright invites them all for like a party at his new house. And the main actor is murdered, or it dies, and they have to figure out what happened to him. And nobody likes him, so everybody's a suspect because everybody has some reason to hate him. The thing is, they kind of quarantine them at this house until they find out what's happening, and it's just overnight, but yet they're quarantined for days. And here's the problem, because they've only had one sleep, like one overnight, and yet they talk about several days ago when this happened. And then it says that it had been a year since the first book, where they were solving the first crime, and that was Murder in Little Shandon. And then it talks about not seeing each other for 2 years, and then not seeing each other for 18 months. So the timeline was totally off, and there was so many editing errors that it just took me out of the story, and the story was good. So I think it could have used quite a bit more editing and proofreading. Because yeah, it was good, and I want to continue with. I think there's 4 books out now, 3 and 4. But yeah, it just, when it talks about 1 year and then 2 years and then 18 months and then it's overall only overnight, and yet the guy can do a saliva test, and find that he's been poisoned with this one poison literally overnight. But yet, they have one lunch, and yet it's 3 days later, but they don't talk about it. It was bad. So yeah. So what I'm reading now is To My Son, Book 10, The Slippery Slope by Lemony Snicket. And I'm reading When Darkness Comes by Alexander Ivy. To me, this one seems like it's trying to live up to J.R. Ward's Black Dagger Brotherhood series. It's not quite there. There's demons in it, vampires in it, witches. She becomes this chalice, and he has to protect the chalice. And in order to, she's got this like phoenix in her. And her former boss was the former chalice. And she gets killed, but transfers the powers over to her. What's her name? Abby. And the guy that's protecting the phoenix, or her former employer, is now protecting her because she's got this phoenix in her. And he's been protecting them for 300 years. It's not bad. It's just, I think it's trying too hard to be something else. So for this. And then my library finally got this as an ebook. So I'm reading, or I'm going to be starting. I put it on Goodreads that I've started it, but it's The Duke and I by Julia Quinn, and it is the first book in the Bridgerton series, which I've been dying to start, but needed this book. So there's that. Oops. And then what I'll probably be picking up this week is I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh for the Books and Jams read along. And hopefully, Alana, if you're watching this, we can start Lover Enshrined by J.R. Ward. I think it's book 6 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood. And these are just wonderful, wonderful books. So, yeah, Alana, I'll text you if you're watching this. And it's been crazy here. Like, with my son's birthday on July 31st, and then my daughter's birthday today, and testing and migraines. Oh my god. The migraines have been bad with the heat. So, wow, like I'm ready for fall. I'm seriously ready for fall. Yeah. So, yeah, tank top hot. And I think that's it for this week. Yeah. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Let me know if you've read any of the, usual spiel. If you've read anything, what your feelings are, what you're reading right now. And yeah, I will talk to you later. Bye.